Gather round, ye salty dogs, and listen close. Tonight we dive deep into the ocean's heart, to the ring of the legendary crustacean combat. Here in this watery arena, titans clash, and tonight two legends collide. In this corner, hailing from the murky depths, the challenger Barracuda Bill. Known for his speed, agility, and bite as sharp as his wit, Bill clawed his way to the top. He fought tooth and fin, facing sharks, squids, and even a giant electric eel, all for a shot at the title. And his opponent, the reigning champion, the crustacean colossus, King Crab, a mountain of shell and claw, King Crab has ruled the ring for years. His strength is unmatched, his grip legendary, but whispers follow him, whispers of dirty tricks and underhanded tactics. Tonight, these two titans clash. One will fall and one will rise. Get ready to witness the fight of the century. Barracuda Bill wasn't born a champion. He started as a small fry, dodging bigger fish in the reef's shadows. But Bill had heart. He trained hard, honing his speed and agility. He learned to fight dirty, to use his environment to his advantage. He started small, taking on bottom feeders, jellyfish, then moving up to bigger prey. Each victory brought him closer to his goal, a shot at the king. His victories weren't always pretty. Bill did what he had to, using his cunning and agility to overcome bigger, stronger opponents. He learned to weather storms, to outsmart sharks, to outmaneuver giant squid. Each battle left its mark, a new scar on his hide, a testament to his resilience. He became known as a cunning fighter, a survivor. He became Barracuda Bill, the people's champion. The crowd roars as the two titans circle each other. Bill, sleek and swift, darts around the larger king crab. The king, a mountain of chitin and claw, barely seems to move, but his eyes, cold and calculating, follow Bill's every twitch. The bell rings. Bill strikes first, a silver flash, teeth bared. But the king is ready. His massive claw shoots out, catching Bill's attack with a sickening crunch. The crowd gasps. The king laughs, a grating sound like rocks grinding together. The king fights dirty. He uses his bulk to crush Bill against the ropes, thick kelp strands. He flings sand, blinding Bill with a flurry of debris. He even resorts to using his own discarded shell fragments, sharp as knives, to slash at Bill's flanks. The crowd boos, sensing the unfairness. But the king doesn't care. He's held the title for too long. He's tasted power, and he'll do anything to keep it. Bill, battered and bruised, starts to tire. The king presses his advantage, his grin widening with cruel amusement. But Bill is no stranger to adversity. He remembers the sharks, the squids, the electric eel. Each time he persevered. He won't fall here, not now, not when the championship is within reach. He digs deep, summoning his reserves of strength and cunning. He changes tactics, using his speed to his advantage. He weaves and dodges, avoiding the king's clumsy attacks. He targets the king's vulnerable spots, his eyes, his joints, landing quick jabs that leave the king roaring in frustration. The crowd roars their approval, their cheers echoing through the water. They see the tide turning. They see the heart of a champion in Bill's determined eyes. The king, used to easy victories, starts to panic. He grows sloppier, his frustration fueling his anger. Bill sees his opportunity. He waits for the perfect moment, the moment when the king overextends, his massive claw swinging wide. Bill darts in, teeth bared, and sinks them into the king's claw. The king bellows in pain. The tide has turned. Wounded and enraged, the king retreats to the center of the ring. He clutches his injured claw, his eyes burning with hatred. He raises his other claw, the one holding his symbol of power, the king's scepter. The scepter, a giant barnacle-encrusted anchor, is more than just a symbol. It's a weapon heavy and spiked, capable of crushing bone. The crowd gasps. Using the scepter in the ring is forbidden, a violation of the crustacean combat code. But the king doesn't care. He's desperate. He'll win, even if it means breaking every rule in the book. He charges at Bill, scepter raised high, ready to deliver a crushing blow. Bill sees the attack coming. He knows he can't dodge. He has to act fast. Thinking quickly, he grabs a nearby starfish, known for their ability to regenerate limbs. He throws it at the king's injured claw. The king, distracted by the sudden attack, hesitates for a moment. That's all the time Bill needs. He darts forward, dodging the scepter's swing by a hair's breadth. He rams his head into the king's vulnerable underbelly. The king roars, the sound cut short as he's lifted off his feet. The scepter clatters to the sandy bottom. The crowd erupts, their cheers shaking the very ocean floor. Bill circles the dazed king, his body battered but his spirit unbroken. He's come too far to give up now. He's fought too hard. He sees the scepter lying on the ocean floor. He could use it, finish the king off quickly. The thought tempts him. He remembers the king's dirty tactics, the pain, the humiliation, but he hesitates. He didn't come this far to win like that. He looks at the king, his shell cracked, his eyes filled with fear and disbelief. He sees not a tyrant but a bully, defeated and broken. He knows in that moment that true victory lies not in revenge but in honor. He turns away from the scepter and delivers one final blow, a swift strike to the king's jaw. The king crumples, defeated. The crowd goes wild. Barracuda Bill has done it. He's defeated the king. The crowd chants Bill's name, their cheers echoing through the water. He's done it. He's achieved the impossible. But the celebration is cut short. A dark figure emerges from the shadows. A blur of speed and fury. It's Clawrence, the king's lieutenant, a vicious lobster known for his cunning and ruthlessness. He's armed with a pair of razor-sharp blades, and his eyes burn with cold fury. He blames Bill for the king's defeat, and he's here for revenge. The crowd gasps, their cheers turning into screams of warning. But Bill is caught off guard, blinded by the celebratory spotlight focused on him. He doesn't see Clawrence's attack coming. Clawrence strikes with blinding speed, his blades aimed at Bill's heart. It's a cowardly attack, a move that makes the crowd recoil in horror. This isn't part of the fight. It's an assassination attempt. Pain explodes in Bill's side as Clawrence's blades find their mark. He cries out, the force of the blow sending him crashing to the ocean floor. The crowd watches in horror as Clawrence raises his blades for a final killing blow, but Bill is a survivor. He may be down, but he's not out. He rolls away from the second attack, narrowly avoiding another set of wounds. He tastes his own blood in the water, feels the sting of salt in his wounds. He struggles to his feet, his body aching, his vision blurry, but his spirit, that unbreakable core of determination, still burns bright. He faces Clawrence, his eyes narrowed, his body poised for a fight he may not win. The crowd, silent a moment ago, erupts in anger. They may have come for a fight, but this is different. This is murder. Their boos and hisses echo through the arena, a wave of sound that washes over Clawrence, momentarily halting his advance. Bill sees the flicker of doubt in Clawrence's eyes, the way he glances at the crowd, at the fallen king. He knows in that moment that Clawrence is alone. He is a coward, hiding behind his blades, fueled by blind loyalty and rage. Bill knows he might not win this fight. He's wounded, exhausted, but he won't back down. Not now. Not when everyone is watching. He will face this new threat with the same courage and determination he's shown throughout his career. He charges at Clawrence, ignoring the searing pain in his side. He fights with the heart of a champion, the heart of a true hero. The crowd, recognizing his bravery, roars their approval. The fight is far from over, but one thing is certain. Barracuda Bill, the people's champion, will not fall easily. He will fight for his life, for his honor, and for the very soul of crustacean combat. This, my friends, is just the beginning of a new legend, a legend forged in courage, determination, and the unyielding spirit of a true champion. Remember this night, for tonight we witness the birth of a hero.